Right now at 6, as the situation in Afghanistan grows, we're taking a look at how it's impacting our local vets. Plus, want to know how far the Greenwood fire has spread, the interactive online resource helping homeowners get updates. And many are wanting to know how they can help Northland firefighting teams. We're breaking down the ways that you can lend a hand.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Natalie Grant. KRISTEN is on assignment tonight. Thanks for joining us. Defense officials say they are prepared for and expect more attack attempts in Kabul, one day after a suicide bombing killed more than 150 people, including 13 U.S. service members. The Pentagon now says there was only one suicide bomber in Thursday's attack outside of Kabul's international airport. The group known as ISIS-K has claimed responsibility. President Biden met with his national security team on Friday ahead of his first face-to-face sit-down with Israel's new prime minister.
Evacuated more than 12,000 additional people out of the airport in the last 24 hours. We will complete the mission.
The White House says U.S. commanders updated the president on plans to develop ISIS-K targets and told him the next few days will be the most dangerous period to date for the mission in Afghanistan. Officials say the roughly 5,000 U.S. troops on the ground are taking maximum force protection measures as they continue to evacuate thousands from the Kabul airport. And as the events in Afghanistan unfold, local veterans who previously were stationed there are feeling the toll on their mental health. CBS 3's Abigail Smith joins us now and found out what veterans can do to manage their triggers and PTSD as the battle continues overseas. Abby, what can you share?
Yeah, so veterans are having to relive some of their own personal experiences the more they watch what's happening in Afghanistan over the screen. But both veterans and military support groups say there are things they can do to help them get them through it. 13 U.S. service members were killed in the bombing of Kabul Thursday, along with 169 Afghans. Many veterans are experiencing a sense of grief, battling with their own past overseas as things continue to escalate in Afghanistan. Roger Reinert is an Afghanistan war veteran and naval reservist who lives in Duluth. He was stationed there between 2018 and 2019. Reinert says he has been experiencing a sense of remorse as he listens to the latest overseas and remembers many of his personal experiences. He says seeing photos or videos can quickly become a trigger.
Base where everything is happening right now is the base that I served on. I know every inch of that facility, so I see the photos and I'm right back there. And you know, for others, maybe the attacks yesterday are I mean, there's just all sorts of things that could be triggers.
Reinert says he used the Veteran Center in Duluth to help him through his own mental health challenges and encourages the community to check up on local veterans.
Well, coming up tonight at 10, we're hearing from more resources and tips on how veterans can cope with those recent events. Abigail Smith reporting live for us in the studio tonight. Thanks, Abby. Well, none of the 1,100 Minnesota National Guard soldiers deployed to Kabul airport were injured in yesterday's attack. Minnesota Congressman Pete Stauber shared that information this afternoon. He says he was relieved to hear that they were all safe, but is still concerned for their safety. The Guard members are among 5,000 troops helping with evacuations. Stauber says the threat of another terror attack remains high. He called the Guard members the best among us and says his office is ready to help as needed. Well, for the third time this week, the Duluth Fire Department is advising you not to swim off Park Point Beach. Here's what Lake Superior looked like a little earlier this morning. Large waves and high winds created the perfect conditions for dangerous rip currents. You're asked to stay out of the water, regardless of your swimming experience, until at least 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Well, Jave joins us now for a quick look at that weather. As we've been kind of saying all day, it's been really kind of refreshing to see these raindrops in this rain kind of sticking around here.
Yeah, we could use more, and there is a chance for more, but we do have alerts, like you mentioned, to watch out for here tonight. So air quality alert still covers northern Minnesota, perhaps now through Sunday, so be cautious breathing outdoors, of course, like we have for so much of the summer. Small craft advisory is in effect tonight for the shoreline of Lake Superior. Not a great night for boating. And as Natalie mentioned, beat hazard alert in effect for the possibility of rip currents for Duluth and Superior beaches on Lake Superior. So problem is we should stay home tonight. Yeah, just watch CBS3 TV and watch the rain come down. We're in the middle of 3 low pressure systems now, and we got a little bit today as far as precip goes. There's still more coming tonight and a better chance for Saturday, which may include some severe weather, possibly from east central Minnesota through northwestern Wisconsin. Embedded in our rain chance will be the chance for some vigorous thunderstorms. So our short-term forecast tonight says 60% chance for rain with low around 60 for a lot of towns. Then we warm up to 75 tomorrow, and that heat may provide the extra lift needed to stir up those storms. It's a 70% chance for the rain. We'll talk about how many storms could be embedded in that coming up in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Some good news tonight to report on the Greenwood fire near Isabella. There's been no major growth in the last 24 hours as it remains about 26,000 acres in size. Officials say cooler temps and higher humidity have helped crews slow the spread and get containment lines set up on the northeast side of the fire. 481 people are helping with that firefight, many from other parts of the country. Now, no structures have been damaged since the fire made its destructive run on Monday. And some positive news as well out of the Boundary Waters tonight. 2 of the larger fires burning there did not grow at all yesterday. The John fire is around 1,500 acres. Crews didn't make any water drops, and today they plan to make their first entry into the remote area. Residents on the nearby Gunflint Trail are still in a pre-evacuation mode. Meanwhile, the Whelp fire also stayed at 50 acres. Crews started laying hose lines today. Both fires were started by lightning. Well, a new map is hoping to ease concerns as property owners in the wake of the Greenwood fire continue to track its path. CBS 3 meteorologist Peter Kevakowskis heard from the map's creator about the team effort and what went into making it happen.
With the Greenwood fire having burned nearly 26,000 acres, a lot of people may be left wondering about the status of their home, cabin, or favorite recreation area. That is where a new online GIS map comes into play. The new map, which was developed by Matthew Goodman, a GIS principal with St. Louis County, says the new interactive map was born out of necessity.
Their public information officers were dealing with a lot of questions from property owners in the area, curious about their particular properties, and so they asked if we could develop a app so that these property owners could kind of look it up for themselves.
The map, which shows evacuation zones, road closures, and trail closures, was a team effort among St. Louis and Lake County emergency management teams and the Forest Service.
Well, thankfully, one thing I've noticed is that cooperation and collaboration between the emergency managers in northeastern Minnesota is really strong.
The interactive map has had nearly 26,000 views in a little bit more than a week since it's been up. For Goodman, he is happy to help out in any small way he can.
We're surrounded by people professionally who are doing amazing and important things, and it is nice to see that it's helpful and hear some recognition from it. There's plenty of other people whose efforts sometimes go unrecognized, but they're doing even far more important and impressive work than I am.
Well, to check out that fire map for yourself, we have a link to it on our website, cbs3duluth.com. 5 Northland fire departments are getting thousands of dollars in grant money. The money is coming from the Assistance to Firefighters Grant Program. Now, according to the Northland Firewire, the departments will use that money for operations and safety. You can see the different departments getting money listed on your screen. Floodwood is getting the most at $231,000, and according to the Northland Firewire, they plan to buy a fire apparatus. Some kids in the Twin Ports got a taste of what it takes to be a firefighter today. Duluth Firefighters Local 101 got a grant to host a special event for kids in the Dave Goldberg Boys and Girls Club. One of the highlights for the youth firefighter was the Youth Firefighter Combat Challenge. Firefighters showed the kids some of their grueling physical tasks they endure out on a call. They hope it will inspire the next generation of Duluth firefighters.
It's a wonderful career. Our community needs more firefighters. We're having hard times recruiting firefighters from within our community, so we're hoping to get more kids interested within the profession.
Well, there's also a free barbecue, and kids left with backpacks filled with school supplies, along with a free pair of shoes. Still to come on Live Local CBS3, Northland communities have been working hard to help those fighting our fires, but it's not as easy as donating food or water. We're breaking it down coming up next.
Well, we've got a concert going on tonight at Bayfront Park. Will they be rained on or not? There's a chance they will, and that rain is much needed and may linger for a while. We'll talk about how long that while is coming up in just a bit.
Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCopel, weekday mornings on CBS.
Do you listen to the TV on high volume or have trouble hearing conversations? Then you would benefit from hearing aids. Don't waste thousands on expensive hearing aids when you can get Nano's revolutionary technology for just $297. Don't be fooled by higher-priced hearing aids. The CIC Recharge is a true hearing aid, not an amplifier. With rechargeable technology many customers say is superior to more expensive models. Call now and get not one, but 2 Nano hearing aids for just $297. Plus, we'll add a portable charging case and ship your order absolutely free. The CIC Recharge has a tiny in-the-ear canal design that is nearly invisible. Why keep missing out on important conversations or waste thousands of dollars? Call and get 2 CIC Recharge hearing aids for only $297 and free shipping.
800-758-1647. Again, that's 800-758-1647.
Contact Cloquet Flooring to get a free in-home consultation on any flooring installation. With Mohawk's premium flooring options and over 30 years experience, we can help you make those tough decisions. Give Cloquet Flooring a call or visit us at cloquetflooring.com.
Cloquet Flooring.
Not all internet is created equal. If you want internet that's even faster than advertised, if you want Wi-Fi on Mega Blast, if you want enough power to power all the things, that's asking for more than a lot. That's demanding extreme, and you deserve it.
When you watch CBS3, you get up-to-date team coverage online, on your phone, and on the air.
6 o'clock this evening as we enter the overnight hour.
Right down to your neighborhood. For local weather coverage you can trust, tune to CBS3.
It's going to be perfect. This summer, your favorite celebrities return to their hometowns.
It means the world to me to be back in Boston.
And get to work.
I'm going to just call you Demo Girl. This is for every guy who ever played.
I wish we got that in slow-mo.
Welcome to your new home.
Oh, man.
It's a new beginning.
I don't even know what to say.
This is just unbelievable. Sheer happiness.
Secret Celebrity Renovation. New tonight or stream anytime on CBS.
Hi, Gail King here, inviting you to join us every morning right here on CBS. We'll have the important stories and the interviews, all the news that matters really, and best of all, we'll have a good time together. We like to do that. And now you can find us anytime you want on the new Paramount Plus app. So we'll see you every morning right here on CBS. I thought that one was pretty good.
CBS News Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley on CBS.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Since we last chatted at 5, rain totals have gone up a little. Still nowhere near what we need to solve these drought problems, but we're getting there a couple drops at a time. So International Falls now up to just a hair below a half of an inch, and Hibbing's gone up to at least more than a tenth. Two Harbors has as well gone towards a quarter of an inch. We're at a third of an inch for places like Hinckley, but still measuring most Wisconsin rainfall in hundredths. Hopefully that'll change as the night goes on. Tomorrow's a really good chance for rain coming our way, but could come at the cost of severe weather, which we'll talk about here in just a bit. Right now, we talk about the current conditions. 62 degrees at the airport in Duluth, 96% for the relative humidity. So there's a good chance the National Weather Service will be issuing dense fog advisories as the night goes on, especially closer to the lake. Easterly wind right now, though, at 13 miles per hour is keeping that fog from congregating. It's blowing the wind or blowing the fog around. 29.97 inches of mercury is our barometric pressure, and now we take a look at our current temps, and they're only in the 60s. Normal is the mid-70s. We have 67 to 69 in the UP, 62 to 68 in northwestern Wisconsin, and 57 to about 70 degrees in Minnesota, warmer well down towards the south. Warmer conditions do come back again tomorrow, and that may egg on the chance for strong thunderstorms as our 3 low pressure systems continue to work through the area. This is the one that brought us rain earlier today, and its tail end still helping to keep rain chances going. But now the second of the 3 is coming in from southwestern Minnesota, and southern Minnesota has been receiving a lot of rain, like 2.5 inches towards Winona. And as it works towards the north, we've been getting lesser totals, but do keep in mind we still have this low to come through and a smaller one with an occluded front coming in for Saturday as well. So the 2 here should help keep that rain chance going towards 70% odds. And again, tomorrow afternoon, from east central Minnesota to northwestern Wisconsin, some of the storms could become strong, with thunder and lightning being a threat, and hail and high winds as well. But hopefully the payoff by the end of Saturday night is decent rain totals that may go towards 1/2 inch in northern Minnesota and 3/4 of an inch to an inch or so for a lot of the rest of the region. Again, this Euro map of the rain total seems to be a little too enthusiastic, but if we get close to that, we'll be doing pretty well. Tonight, here's what we'll be doing for temperatures in Minnesota. They'll go, I'm thinking about 57 to 63 with a 60% chance for the return of rain showers in that part of the world. In Wisconsin and Michigan, the lows will be in the low 60s with a 60% chance of rain as well. And then for tomorrow, it warms up for Wisconsin and Michigan with highs from 76 to 83, 60% chance for showers and thunderstorms. And again, afternoon and evening could be a bit bumpy in northern Wisconsin with the threat of some isolated severe storms. Minnesota, south of Duluth, maybe has that same storm chance. Otherwise, the rest of the region faces a 70% shot for rain. High temps a little bit cooler than Wisconsin. They'll be going about 72 to 78 degrees. And now with the extended forecast here, the chance for rain on Sunday falls apart to about a 30% shot for some early showers, and then we'll start to clear. And then for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, odds are it'll be clear then, followed, Natalie, by another chance for rain that could be with us for next Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. It's nice to see those rain chances continuing throughout the week, mixed with some sunshine there, Dave. All right, thanks. Well, we've heard countless stories over the last couple weeks about community support for firefighters battling the Greenwood fire. Now, as it turns out, donating things like food and water to those crews isn't as easy as you might expect. CBS 3's Quinn Gorham tells us what the rules are on donations and who you can direct them to instead.
We realized there was a need for, obviously, all the firefighters to get them supplies. We had seen a couple other communities trying to put something together.
Like many others in Minnesota right now, Ryan Matthew, owner of Troy's Service Center in Proctor, wanted to do something for the firefighters battling the Greenwood fire. But after organizing a donation drive for the Proctor Fire Department, his plans were put on hold Friday.
And this morning we received some emails that we were told that we weren't allowed to give donations and they weren't allowed to accept them.
As it turns out, the federal incident management team helping fight the fires won't accept donations for safety reasons. Larry Bickle with the Eastern Area Incident Management Team says it's not a rule, but a safety protocol that all their teams follow. And a lot of the teams on the front lines are doing just fine with their own supplies.
Just want to let you know that we're a self-sustaining organization. When we set up our command posts, for safety and security reasons, we have to keep it a closed camp.
But when it comes to supporting the crews, Bickle says there are other ways to help boost morale.
If we can get some thank you cards to the firefighters so we can put them in their lunches, you know, when they're on the line after a hard morning's work, to open that up and get something to somebody means more to them than anything else.
Bickle says to direct any donations toward other organizations and volunteer fire departments, which is good news for Matthew, who after some phone calls is ready to continue collecting donations for local volunteers.
No, it feels better. We can move forward and hopefully get them a bunch of supplies that they do need.
Now, Bickle says if you want to donate to non-volunteer firefighters and those affected by the fires, you can donate money to organizations like the Woodland Firefighters Foundation or the Red Cross. Well, Kelly is in here next with sports. Kelly, what do we got going on tonight?
Yeah, the Brewers come into town for their second matchup of the season with the Twins. We've got a preview coming up next, as well as some Wisconsin football tonight. Sports is next.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
CBS3 Live Cams, brought to you by KohlerChev.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChev.com, a better way to buy.
I guarantee you, if your home just burned to the ground or you had a major accident, your first thing you're going to think about, it's not going to be, I just saved $500 on my auto and home insurance today. It's going to be, am I covered? At Vernon Insurance Agency, our first, second, and third goal is that you understand your coverage, there's no gaps in coverage, and your claims are covered when you have them. Call Vernon Insurance Agency today, 218-384-3970.
Yay! Here you go, sweetheart.
It's your first savings account.
A savings account? Imagine the possibilities. Oh, no.
But I really wanted a basketball.
You may dribble me.
Imagining a bright future? Let's see how we can help. National Bank of Commerce. We make more possible.
Uh-oh, that food container won't contain your food, so you mess with cling wraps and foil, hoping food won't spoil. Well, not anymore. Now there's Stretch and Fresh containers, the amazing food storage containers with stretch and fit lids that let you store more. Even the odd-shaped foods you couldn't put in containers before. Just stretch over the food and snap lock the lid to keep food fresh. There's even a freshness date dial to track storage time. It comes in the sizes you need to store all the foods you want with amazing storage capacity. It's freezer and microwave safe, and the containers nest for compact, stacked, space-saving storage. And right now, the 6-piece set is yours for just $19.95, and the shipping is free. But wait, call now and we'll double the offer and send a second set. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-378-1232 or go to trystretchandfresh.com. That's 1-800-378-1232 or order online at trystretchandfresh.com.
Be a little bit brave. Don't ever be afraid to.
Got a couple questions.
Do you think it's time for schools to reopen? There is some positive breaking news. We've got a lot of important new information for you and your family.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northland still to this day. From environmental issues to economics and so much more. Join me, KRISTEN VAKE, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining. A fair and unbiased report that answers the tough questions surrounding the world of mining.
Eye on Mining with KRISTEN VAKE. Tuesdays at 10 only on live local CBS3. Brought to you by Range Regional Airport.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
Back when the Twins and the Brewers first met at the beginning of this MLB 2021 season, it was a showdown between two teams that had aspirations for deep playoff runs. Well, one of those teams held up to those expectations, and coming into tonight's series opener between the two, they are both in different worlds. The Brewers come off a loss to the Reds, but nevertheless, they are 8.5 games ahead of Cincinnati in the NL Central. The magic number is 24 to make the playoffs and 26 to win the division for the Brew Crew.
I think we're in good shape. I mean, we just took 2 out of 3 again. We won another series. We've been very the consistent play continues. Challenges, of course, man. There's going to be them where we're going to face them, and you don't plan on challenges, but you know they're coming. We've continued to put ourselves in a good position, and it's on to the next challenge.
Twins take another step in the rebuilding process as their playoff hopes for this year are done. First pitch is at 7:10 p.m. We'll have highlights tonight. And tonight is week 2 of the Wisconsin high school football season. Big matchups tonight. Northwestern hosts Rice Lake after dominating Ashland last week in the Tigers season opener. We'll have highlights from that game and score updates as well in the CBS3 News at 10. Well, Melissa Stockwell helped lead the U.S. team as a flag bearer at the Paralympic Games, which began on Tuesday. The Iraq war vet was the first female American soldier to lose a limb in combat. Well, now she's representing the U.S., and it means everything to her. CBS's Dana Jacobson tells us.
Just 3 weeks into Melissa Stockwell's 2004 Iraq deployment, a roadside bomb changed the course of her life, taking her leg and sending her to Walter Reed Army Medical Center.
And I remember getting there and I looked around and I saw soldiers who were missing both legs. They had a leg and an arm missing. They had lost their eyesight, and I thought, holy cow, am I lucky? I mean, all I lost was one leg.
She found refuge in the hospital pool.
I jumped in the pool for the first time, and I didn't have to wear a prosthetic leg, and it was just like this freeing feeling.
4 years later, she was swimming for the U.S. at the Beijing Paralympics.
This flag that I am so passionate about, looking back, it was what was meant to be.
You wanted to serve the country, and you were. After Beijing, she tackled new challenges, motherhood and the triathlon.
I used to think triathletes were crazy, because it's like you swim, you bike, and you run, like on the same day. I'm like, who wants to do that?
Turns out, she did. At the Rio Paralympics on September 11th, 2016, Stockwell won a bronze medal. When she showed it to her then 2-year-old son,
I threw it. It hit my prosthetic leg, which then dented my brand new medal, which I was upset about for all of like 30 seconds. And then I'm like, you know what? That adds character. I am so pumped.
In Tokyo, Stockwell is hoping for a new medal, one without a dent, when she competes in the triathlon Friday. Dana Jacobson, CBS News, Colorado Springs.
The Paralympic Games run through September 5th, and I, for one, cannot wait to see Melissa crush it in the triathlon tomorrow.
What a cool story.
Isn't that incredible?
She's such an inspiration.
An athlete and a hero. Caps off to her.
Yes, wonderful. We're excited to watch. Thanks, Kelly. Well, this weekend marks Edna G. Tugboat's 125th anniversary, and a festival in Two Harbors this weekend will celebrate her history. The Edna G. Tugboat worked on the Great Lakes more than a century ago, helping iron ore boats make their way into the Agate Bay Harbor. She officially retired in December of 1980. The Edna G. is now preserved as a museum ship in Two Harbors. Her 125th anniversary festivities begin tonight with a fish fry and live music at the American Legion. Saturday and Sunday, there will be food and other vendors, live music, and Edna G. tours, all happening in Two Harbors. If you're looking for something fun to do, go hang out with Edna G. up in Two Harbors. All right, well, last check of the weather here, Dave.
Well, bring an umbrella if you go check out Edna G, because we do still have decent rain chances through Saturday night, and then winding down comes Sunday. Saturday, 70% chance for showers and thunderstorms, though the thunderstorms likely will stay south of Two Harbors. They may mostly affect east central Minnesota, northwestern Wisconsin, but could get vigorous Saturday evening, so yeah, be ready to seek shelter Saturday night. Sunday, we wind down to some 30% chances for a few showers in the morning, then a sunnier day in the afternoon, which then stays sunny probably through Wednesday. Next rain chance, that could be with us next Thursday and Friday.
All right, thanks, Dave. Well, that's your CBS 3 News at 6. We'll see you right back here tonight at 10.